Climate change disrupting monarch butterfly migration. Each year, millions of orange monarch butterflies cross North America. They spend their winters together on the same hillsides in central Mexico. In the green forest, they appear as clusters of orange wings. Over hundreds of years, humans have turned the traveling monarchs into myths and stories. Now the butterfly has become a symbol of climate change. One of the world's oldest, most adaptable animals could soon die out. The butterflies are among the world's experts in climate adaptation. They spend their summers in the northern United States and Canada. Then they breed in the southern United States during the fall and spring. Most then spend their winters in central Mexico in a few giant clusters. Their life cycles are driven by search for optimal conditions. They need comfortable temperatures as they travel, some rain during their winters, and plenty of a plant called milkweed when they mate. Weather patterns must be predictable. Such consistency, however, no longer exists. Now summer temperatures in the Midwest are soaring. The milkweed in Texas is drying up. Winter storms in central Mexico were once rare. Now they happen regularly as air warms over the Pacific Ocean and blows across the region. 1 billion butterflies have vanished. The question we're asking is, can one of the world's most adaptive insects adapt to climate change? Asked Karen Oberhauser. She studies the species at the University of Wisconsin. We are changing the conditions and just waiting to see. The use of fuels like oil and gas is causing the Earth to warm up. The rising temperatures change weather patterns across the globe, causing climate change. Almost all monarch butterflies travel together in a group to a few patches of Mexican forest. Each area is smaller than half a football field. A single storm or heat stroke could kill off all the butterflies. Between 1990 and 2015, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service says 1 billion butterflies vanished. At every stage in their migration, they are threatened by climate change, said Eduardo Rendon. He works for the conservation group in the World Wildlife Fund in Mexico. Monarchs could be gone in 20 years. Winter storms and heat waves have almost killed the monarchs off before. Each time the butterflies come back, but barely. If you're talking 20, 30, 40 years out, we're not going to be talking about monarchs anymore, said Chip Taylor. He started the group Monarch Watch. Taylor is also a professor at the University of Kansas. Lincoln Brower was an expert on the butterflies. He called the winter butterfly colonies in Mexico one of the great wonders of the world. Tree branches droop under the weight of thousands of butterflies. Each morning when the sun hits, they scatter in a glittering cloud of orange wings. The United Nations reported that 1 million species of plants and animals face possible extinction within decades. The reason is largely due to climate change. The monarch is among them. American scientists spent more than 100 years trying to find the winter monarch population in Mexico. Yet the people of the Mexican town Rosario had seen the butterflies land for centuries. It was their own private show. The hills are remote enough that no Americans had located it until the 1970s. Our grandparents told us, "Take care of them, they're angels," said Homero Gomez Gonzalez, a former leader of Rosario. Climate change is the greatest threat. Scientists do not know why the monarchs return and stay on the same hills. There's a lot we still don't understand about why they end up there, Oberhauser said. Gonzalez and other local leaders tried to replant the forest. Illegal logging damaged the area, destroying the homes of many butterflies. The restoration has largely been successful, but now climate change poses a greater threat. Some humans are making small efforts to help the monarchs prepare for climate change, but experts say the effort is not likely to change much. The migration will disappear unless we solve climate change, Taylor said. Number 1. Read the paragraph from the article. The butterflies are among the world's experts in climate adaptation. They spend their summers in the northern United States and Canada. Then they breed in the southern United States during the fall and spring. Most then spend their winters in central Mexico in a few giant clusters. Which statement summarizes the paragraph? A. Monarch butterflies have successfully adapted to the climate by traveling to central Mexico during the hot summer months. B. Monarch butterflies have successfully adapted to the climate by stopping to breed in the United States while traveling between Mexico and Canada. C. Monarch butterflies have successfully adapted to the climate by traveling to different countries throughout the year. D. Monarch butterflies have successfully adapted to the climate by stopping in Canada to breed during the cold winter months. Number 2. Read the paragraph from the article. Now, summer temperatures in the Midwest are soaring. The milkweed in Texas is drying up. Winter storms in central Mexico were once rare. Now they happen regularly as air warms over the Pacific Ocean and blows across the region. How does this paragraph support the main idea of the article? A. It introduces the areas where monarch butterflies migrate. B. It describes some of the threats that monarch butterflies are facing. C. It identifies the main food that monarch butterflies eat. D. It explains why monarch butterflies spend winters in Mexico. 3. Read the paragraph from the introduction. Their life cycles are driven by a search for optimal conditions. They need comfortable temperatures as they travel, some rain during their winters, and plenty of a plant called milkweed when they mate. Weather patterns must be predictable. Such consistency, however, no longer exists. Which phrase from the paragraph helps you understand the meaning of optimal? A. Life cycles. B. Comfortable temperatures. C. Such consistency. D. No longer exists. 4. Read this sentence from the section, Climate Change is the Greatest Threat. The restoration has largely been successful, but now climate change poses a greater threat. What is the meaning of the word restoration as it is used in the sentence? A. Recovery and renewal. B. Kindness and compassion. C. Destruction and demolition. D. Substitute and replace.